Sorry about that. I thought I was adjusting this and I actually ended the live. So, hey again, it's me. It's Jennifer. I don't think anybody was on here when I did that, so maybe I didn't mess that up. Hello, Janice. I'm sorry. I accidentally hit the finish button instead of adjusting this. So I'm back. So yeah. Hey, Catherine Kelly. If you pop in, say hello. Let me know you're here. Hi, how is everybody? Happy Wednesday. We are about to do a Valentine, well, yeah, kind of a farmhouse Valentine craft. So, kind of not too rustic, but a little on the rustic side. So if you pop in, say hi. Let's start crafting because I just bumped myself right out of here. I came on a little bit early. Hey Kelly, hey Cindy. So here's what I'm going to craft with today. We are in an event with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, and it's Crafter's Choice. And I went back and forth. Do I want to do a bunny? Do I want to do Valentine's Day? So I'm just thinking, I'm trying to use things I have, okay? Every time I go into Dollar Tree and I load up my buggy and then I look at it and go, what am I doing? I have way too much stuff at home. I need to start using that. Is that doing I didn't know I had that. Hey, did y'all see that? I don't even know how I did that. So anyway, I thought you had to have the newest phone to do that. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Hey, Barbara. Hi, Rose. Hey, Andrea. So we're calling it, oh, what did I say? I'm going to call this, use what you have Wednesday. That makes no sense, but I'm using what I have. And here's what I have. I've got these little canvases I was playing around with. It's kind of ugly. Anyway, I want to use the frame of the canvas. I had a whole pack of these and I was just playing around with them. So happy hump day, Penny. I started on this a few minutes ago. I went ahead and just I just ripped the canvas off of one, and I've been working on pulling the staples out because I want to use this frame. And then I've got some strips of wood. These were paint stir sticks. Hi, Miss Ruby. I got these, and then I've got some strips of wood. I've had these. They're a little warped. But they're all the same size, so I'm going to make it work. I'm going to try to make it work. Make it work Wednesday. That's what we're going to call it. With what you have. So as you pop in, say hi. Tap the heart. Tap the smiley. I don't care. Just let me know you're here. Ouch. I am going to pop these staples out while people are popping in. And y'all sprinkle it out. Invite all your friends. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Carolyn. Y'all come on in. You should have, I did the hard part. I took a sharp tool and was like trying to pry these because I don't have wait. Yes, I do. I have a flathead screwdriver right there. I don't know what I was thinking. I was using this little skinny, stabby looking tool. And I was like, I am going to flick one of these into my eyeball. And then I'm going to look like a pirate on this live with an eye patch. Hi, Kim. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Ruby. Hey, everybody. Y'all come on in. Hey, Lori. Hi, Peggy. There's a lot of people popping in. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Hey, Sherry. Okay, let me pop these out and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use, this is just a canvas. I just ripped because I was going to throw it away. So I'm not really like wasting a canvas. It was one that I was just playing around with. And I don't really like what I painted on it. But it was just some flowers I tried to paint. It turned into a big mess. Come on out. Got it. Okay. All right, so this did have the canvas on it. I'm just going to paint. I know y'all have done like reverse canvas and stuff like that. Especially if you get the canvas really cheap. I mean, it's like having a nice little wooden frame. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this and the wood strips that I just showed you and the paint stir sticks. I cut them down a little bit. And I've got some jute cord. Hey Tammy, how are you? And then I showed on my page the other day, I cut out a ton of hearts, little heart cutouts on my Glowforge, and a whole bunch of peeps, little wooden, little peeps. And I did this size and then a little smaller size. So I'm just selling them in little bundles if anybody needs some for their craft stash. So I'm going to use, this is the little bundle of hearts. You get seven hearts. You get all different. There's like a big fat one. Oops. And there's a tall skinny one. And then there's some little ones. Kind of medium. Small. And then these are small. These are small too. So I'm going to use some of these. And we're going to put together like a little, kind of a farmhouse Valentine sign. Hi, Helen. Okay. If I miss anybody saying hey, I promise I'll go back and catch it on the replay, or just comment along as we go, and if I see you there, I'll say hi. If you have any questions, just ask. I don't think what I'm doing is very difficult, so I don't think there'll be a question about this, but okay, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, these are going to go on the back as support braces, so I don't think I need to do anything with those. I'm going to take, I've got 4 of these strips. They were just out of my garage, so I'm just going to paint these, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint them. Oh, let me see. I've got scrapbook paper too. I meant to tell you that. Hey, Lydia. Let me look at these colors, because I'm going to Mod Podge the paper onto the hearts. So I think I'm going to go with a cream color for my strips of wood. So let's start painting. This frame, this is 8 by 10. These were just some 8 by 10 canvases, but like here's another one I was playing around with. My husband bought me an easel, a big easel at Christmas time, so I was painting on it. I've got some big canvases, but I don't want to paint on them until I know what I'm going to do. I usually do a sale, Tammy. I usually gather them all up and do bundles. I'll go through them. I keep a little bucket by my, or a little Rubbermaid thing by my kiln. And sometimes I'll cut pieces the wrong size, or I cut too many or something like that, and I just throw them in there. And every now and then I have to empty that bucket out and just get rid of them. And I know everybody can use them in their stash, you know, because sometimes you just need like one little heart or one little star or one bunny or something like that. So yeah, I'll let you know. I'll get going through that bucket soon. Hi, Carrie. Okay, but yeah, I just tore this off. I tore the staples out, and I'm going to use that frame with these strips of wood. So let me get these. Hey, Stella, I didn't see you come in here. I'm going to paint these little strips of wood real quick, and I'm also going to paint, I'm actually going to paint this the same color. So I'm going to layer it on top of that, but it's going to be the same color. So, but we're going to make it work. So let me just, in case I forgot to say it again, I started this video, when we're in an event, we try to go on like 2 minutes early, so that we can get shared into the group. And I was on a few minutes early, and then I went to adjust something down here. I don't know what I was doing. And I hit the finish button, and I ended it. So, I may not have mentioned it again, but I am in an event right now with Janice's It's the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. And I have 1 hour. And this event goes, the last presenter is going to be Christine's Creations at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. Christine is going to be on. And then, but coming up after me is going to be Sharon's Design Corner. So if you don't already follow Janice's crafting group page, it's Vintage, her page is Vintage Country Crafting. That's her personal page, or her page. And then her crafting group page is Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, or Vintage Country Crafting Friends. And that's who's doing the event today. And if you don't already follow, it's a free group. Janice always has really good events, lots of great crafters. So if you watch from there, as we finish at the end of our hour, like if you go into that group and just start watching whoever's crafting live, when they finish, you can just refresh your page, and it'll go, if you stay on in that group, and it'll go to the next one. That's why we go on a little bit early, so she can go ahead and share us in. So we'll already be on her page. Does that make any sense? I babble sometimes, y'all. This is the thing I do. And it's not like, you know how sometimes people babble when they're nervous? I babble all the time. So you're sitting in the, oh, you know what? This is something to do, because when you go to the doctor or the dentist, you know, you need to have something to do, because you're going to sit. It's like going to the airport. You know, my husband is on a business trip right now, and I had to take him to the airport yesterday. And I don't know if y'all have ever been through Atlanta's airport. It's a nightmare. And there's some construction going on there. So, you know, normally they tell you get there a little early, blah, blah, blah. Well, they said, you know, with construction stuff going on, you want to get there 3 hours early. I mean, he's not going international. He just went to Orlando. But he got there 3 hours early. And he said he got to security. There was only one person ahead of him. And normally that security line, you know, where you have to wait to get through TSA, is like all the way out to the front door. But he said he sat there for like 2.5 hours after we rushed to get there. So, you know, if he was into crafting, he could have sat and watched some events. Hi, Renee. Welcome in. Someone's sitting at the dentist. Yeah, I mean, it's something to do. Something to do. Catch up on replays and stuff like that. All right, I'm just giving these little strips of wood a coat of antique parchment. It's just an off-white. But we're going to try to make it look a little farmhousey. Just a little Valentine sign. I'm trying to use what I have, so I'll make it work. Poor Stella. Stella is very depressed. She's very sad her dad's not home. You know, dogs know. They know, like, when you're going out of town and stuff like that. You're supposed to be working, Leanne. Hey, Tina Marie. Yes, hurry up and wait. That's the story everywhere. And, you know, it's funny because if you're late, or if you cancel that morning, say you wake up and you cancel, you have to reschedule because you don't feel well or something like that. You know, you get charged a fee, but, you know, they can do it, and too bad. Hi, Jessica. Yes, and see, we can whisper. I think my husband's like, how does she know? But I think she knew the night before. He waits to the very last minute to pull out his suitcase because, you know, she knows the overnight, or the carry-on bag or whatever. But she knew. I don't think Stella realizes she's a dog because we don't really treat her like a dog. So I think she thinks the other dogs are her pets and she's one of us. But I guess that's how it should be, right? All right, I'm going to paint this. Hi, Kathy. I'm going to paint this canvas frame. I'm going to paint it the same color. And it's got all these little holes in it, but I feel like that kind of gives it that rustic look. So we're going to go with it. I'm not going to sand them or anything. I'm just going to leave it like that. Just get a coat on here. I'm making well, the goal is it's going to be a farmhouse, kind of a farmhouse vibe, Valentine's sign. And I'm using, this is the frame of just a 8x10 canvas. I just ripped the canvas off of it and pulled the staples out. And then I've got some strips of, just some little strips of plywood that were in my garage. They were already cut. I think they were for another project that I never did. So I only had 4. So I'm gonna, and this will fit on there. So I'm gonna combine these with some little wood, some little cutout hearts that I have. Little bundle of hearts and some scrapbook paper and some jute. So we shall see what we come up. It's like going in your pantry and pulling out all these ingredients. And you got a plan. You think you have a plan, but you know, you don't know until you're done. So I'm just gonna get this on here, and then we're gonna do a little technique on it. I showed a picture this morning of the bunny that I did last year. It was that Dollar Tree bunny makeover. And that's what gave me the idea for this. Hang on, I've got it right here. I'll show y'all. And I've seen this bunny at Dollar Tree again this year. I should have moved some of this stuff to dry. Hang on. This is the bunny. Actually, this is the bunny I bought at Dollar Tree. It was Dollar Tree Plus, see the little $3. This is how I bought it. And I just flipped it over and did this. I shared the link to the live that I did last year making this. But we tried to make it look like, I just painted the back to look like faux shiplap. And then I just used my vinyl cutter to do hello. I know it's backwards to y'all. My camera's flipped around to me. Hello, Anchor Art Creations. Welcome in. Hi, Cindy. Okay. So this gave me the idea. These colors. So we're gonna kind of play on that. All right. Let me just get this last side over here. It is really yucky outside here. How's y'all's weather? It's already, you know, here we were last week talking about how cold it was. Is everybody still freezing cold? Because it's actually warmer here. And like my husband said, you know, it was so cold here, and he's in Orlando and it's like 81, 84. He's like, I'm going to be sick for sure. Big difference. And I mean, yeah, it's one state away. I'm in Georgia, so I'm down south, but it's been cold lately. But it's really rainy here. It's really rainy here today. Yeah, it's gray and drizzly. That's how it is here. Freezing rain. it's not freezing anymore, so you never know, it could come back. Okay. All right, so I got a coat of this ivory color on here, and I'll set this right here to dry. Let's see. You know what? I said I wasn't going to paint these that are going on the back as braces, but I am going to paint one side of them because it might show. I'm not sure if there's going to be a gap between the planks, and you might see that through there. So I want it to be like the same color. Doesn't have to be super solid. I just don't want it to be a totally different color. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I sometimes forget to lower that phone. Okay. Oh, y'all look how sad she is. Can y'all see? Are you sad? Oh, she winked at me. She's so sad. She misses her dad. Okay. I'm gonna let these dry a little bit on their own and play around with these hearts real quick. Wait, is there another? Okay. Okay. All right, so I've got all these scrapbook papers. They have a lot of pinks in them. Some of them look like, that looks like linen, kind of. Is that the one? Yeah, it looks kind of like linen. These look like planks. That one looks kind of like linen too. And there's one that looks like, oh, this one looks like kind of like bricks. So I'm just gonna play around with these. They're out of a little scrapbook book that I got at Hobby Lobby back in the fall, actually. All right, I'm not going to use all this little bundle of hearts. I have those and the little bundles of peeps in my shop. I'm just going to use a few of these hearts, probably some of the bigger ones for sure, and then a couple of small ones. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I know, they're really pretty. This is the, it was $9.99, and I think they were 50% off when I got it. It's a little book. It's little, but it has 120 sheets. So there's some really pretty, I'll show you the one. I love that one too. There's a blue one. I love that one. Really pretty. There's a lot of pretty ones in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna do them random, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I'm gonna just trace some of these on here. Look at this. Hello, Susie May. Welcome in. Y'all, if anybody's new here, comment new or hashtag new. I don't know if that matters, but comment new. Tell me where you're watching from. If you are new, welcome. My name is Jennifer. I am in Georgia. It's very gloomy here today. It's a good day to be crafting. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do this one. Rainy Day Crafting. That's what this is. Did y'all see the those little chickens I saw at Dollar Tree that I posted this morning? They were so cute. I think they were ceramic. I think they were ceramic. I'm not positive. They felt like ceramic. But I didn't really look at the bottom real good. They had black ones and white ones. They were so cute, like a big egg almost. Okay. How are we on time? Oh, we're good. We're good. Like I said, we are in an event, so I have 1 hour. Chunky chickens. Yes, they were. They were like little balls. Like a big round chicken with little eyeballs and a beak. They were cute. I've been seeing stuff all over the internet to keep checking Dollar Tree, because Dollar Tree is getting things that, like, I don't know if y'all watch Loretta, Made with Love, Handmade, is it Handmade with Love by Loretta? She had shown a frame, or I think it was a frame. I think it was a frame or a sign, a big black one. And she said when she was looking in there, she noticed the back, the sticker on the back said Ashland, which is Michael's. And when she got up to the register, she asked the lady, how much is this? And she said $1.25. And she's like, I'm going back to get, 3 or 4 more. But they had their stickers on there. And then I've seen there's a couple of influencers I follow that talk about Dollar Tree finds. And they were talking about different things that they've found that, like, brands that sell elsewhere for a lot more. Like, I think she said, like, containers, like, like food containers with the lids, or storage containers. SureFresh, I think SureFresh brand, she said it sells elsewhere for more. I don't know if y'all saw that spray, that cleaning spray I shared. It was in a black bottle. That stuff smells so good. It's peppermint sage. It's in a black bottle, big black bottle, and it's actually the dupe of, I don't know if y'all know Courtney Cox from Friends. Remember the show Friends? She was Monica, and if you watched it, Monica was like a clean freak. She was always going around cleaning stuff. But in real life, she has a company. She has her own company that makes like cleaning supplies and stuff with like all natural ingredients, essential oils and stuff like that. And this stuff is the dupe of that for $1.25. It smells so good. I bought like 4 bottles. That way I can have one upstairs, one downstairs, one in the bathroom, one in the basement, everywhere. Because it smells really good and it cleans everything. It says it cleans glass. I haven't cleaned glass with it. I liked Monica too. I liked Monica. Okay, Mod Podge. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna Mod Podge this on here. Do I have one already open? Yeah. This one's not open yet. Hang on, I want to shake it with it open. Hey, Paula. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Get a piece of sponge here. I might have done these a little too similar, but it's okay. I just want some color on them, so it'll be fine. I know, we used to watch the reruns all the time. And sometimes I would just turn it on for background sound, like when I was home, I was cleaning or whatever. And it's so funny because, I mean, you know all the episodes. If you were a big Friends fanatic, you know all the episodes. You know what each one is about or what's going to happen. It's so good. Okay, let's see. Oops, scoot over. Pivot, yes. Oh my gosh, now that I think about it, not everybody knows that because what was my husband doing? He was moving something the other day. It was about a week ago. And I said, pivot, pivot. And he said, what? I was like, never mind. I was joking. It was when the couch got stuck in the stairwell. I love that show. We need to, is there another show out that's even remotely similar to that now? It was just very lighthearted. It was funny. It was, you know, they could have their sad moments, their serious moments, the funny moments, the, you know, oh my gosh, I've been there before moments. It was such a good show. Okay. All right, so now, while these are drying, get a little more on here. We'll go back to our base. Pivot. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our base. So we've got the 4 strips. They're pretty much dry. I think I was saying these are a little warped, so, but we're gonna make it work. So I think I'm gonna leave a little gap between each one. Let's see how big this is. Tilt y'all down a little bit more. You'll see that. Okay, and then my frame, my canvas frame, is gonna go here. Okay, but I'm gonna do something with it first. And then these are gonna be the braces on the back. Oh, I missed the inside of this. Hang on one second. I missed one spot. And you could do this, I mean, challenge yourself to find stuff that you have laying around. I mean, if you have an old canvas that you, maybe a craft canvas, or if you go to Dollar Tree and get one, or if you have some scrap wood. Dollar Tree does have these, you know, scraps of wood, strips of wood. But if you have some laying around, or paint sticks, you could do this with paint stir sticks, and then maybe a smaller canvas frame. But, I mean, you could even cut out cardboard hearts and cover those. Super easy. Okay, so I'm going to take some burnt umber. I think, yeah, burnt umber. And probably, I have a lighter brown. It's classic caramel. Caramel? Caramel? What do y'all say? Caramel? There's an A in the middle. It's caramel. but I usually say caramel. Some say the A is silent. Some don't even care that it's there. Some never knew it was there. Who cares? We know what you're saying if you say caramel or caramel. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little foam brush. Sorry. And I'm going to make it look kind of chippy, but I'm not chipping it. I'm going to dip it in the burnt umber, and I'm going to kind of hit some spots. I'm just kind of feathering it on here. So it looks like it's kind of chipped off. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with these strips of wood here. Let's separate these out a little bit. I'm just randomly hitting it wherever. Okay, I think that's good. All right, and then I'm gonna take a wet wipe. Hey, Anna Marie. Happy Hump Day. All right, these are kind of dried out because I didn't close them good. I'm going to use that little, y'all remember that little bottle I was showing you? I found this at Dollar Tree. I'm going to get some more because I'm gathering up a bunch of door prizes for an event that I'm doing in March. And I definitely want to give away some of these. These are so good because you fill it up with water, and like these are dried out, so you fill it up with water. It's like for nail polish remover or something, but it comes empty. And you can just do that and it wets it. Woohoo! Somebody just placed an order. I love when that happens. Okay, I'm going to take this wet wipe. I'm going to just kind of, I don't want to smear it too much, but I want to kind of hit where I did this. I might have waited too late. I don't like how that looks. Let me see. I think I'm going to add them back. I'm going to add back what I just wiped off. Okay. I probably should have wiped it right as I put it on there. So we're gonna leave that. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna take that caramel color, and where I did the burnt umber like this, I'm gonna kind of do a little caramel with it, just to kind of give it a little dimension. Not too crazy. And not covering it up, just kind of adding to it. Can y'all still see? right, I'm gonna do the same to the frame. Same to the frame. Hey Jessica, welcome in. Alrighty. Alright, that's all I'm doing there. Alright, and now, okay, if you're new to my page, I have this obsession with dry brushing stuff. So I'm going to take a little bit of that cream color that I did on the background and just kind of hit over. Well, you know what? Let me dry it first, or I'm going to end up just smearing that. Go ahead and flip this. I'm going to end up smearing that brown everywhere. Hang on. Hold, please. There we go. Okay. How are we on time? We're good on time. Hey, Jill. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. I have my water, y'all. I am sticking to it. Of course, it's been, what, a week? I can always stick to it for a week. My goal is to just start drinking more water. Is anybody else doing it? Tina Marie, did you get your bottle? Are you doing it? Hi, Amy. Okay. Oh, Stelly, you're breaking my heart. Okay. Now we'll dry brush it. Okay. Hi, Kim. Okay. Just hitting it a little bit. Because it's already this color. Really, this just helps the dark spots that I put on it. Just layers. It's just layering colors. Sorry, y'all. I just kind of got all into that. Okay, I'm going to flip these over and go ahead and brace them together. Apart. All right. I think I'm going to do a little bit of wood glue and a little bit of hot glue. Let's see. Okay. Okay, see this little dingleberry, this little dingly glue? That's how I ended up with glue in my hair the other night. I was sitting there watching TV and I was pulling my hair up in a ponytail and I felt something, and it was one of these little glue balls. And I think during my live that day, I saw it over there. I wasn't using my hot glue gun, and I reached over and I kind of knocked it off. And I must have touched my hair right after that. I have the worst habit of touching my hair during my lives. Like a lot of time, I walk around here most of the time with my hair up in a bun and a ball. And usually right before the live, I'll pull it down. So all through the live, I'm doing this because I feel like my hair is just kind of... And I think I stuck that piece of... Luckily, it was dried. It was just a little ball of glue. But it was so weird. I was like, oh my God, what is in my hair? It was glue. I did get I got all the super glue off my hands, thank goodness. That was painful. I normally don't even mess with super glue. I don't know why I was even doing that. That was a mess. I got it all out, and I got all the super glue off my hands and everything. It was a mess. Okay. I'm gonna hold this side because, like I said, these little strips are a little warped. So I'm gonna hold it down a little bit longer. I don't like super glue either. Yeah, I found, where did I put them? I think I put them away because that's one thing I don't want Maggie. Maggie, one of my dogs, is really bad about getting into my craft stuff. If you turn your back for a second, and I don't want her getting a hold of any glue or anything, so I put it in a drawer. I'll probably throw it away. Okay. All right, so here's my base. Ta-da! And then I'm going to take my frame. It's going to go right in the middle here. And I need to sand, let me sand these little hearts that I covered with paper. How are we on time? Okay, I think this is going to be perfect. We had, okay, so my daughter and I were talking about having a Galentine's party, girls' night, and I think we got our dates mixed up, and I didn't plan for it, and so I didn't invite anybody, and apparently it was supposed to be last night, so I was like, well, I haven't invited anybody, so she was like, well, you know, so-and-so can't come, and so-and-so can't come, so it's just going to be me and you and Emily. And I was like, well, that's fine. So it was just 3 of us, and we did, we painted, I'll take a picture of them. We painted some Valentine magnets. I just posted some magnets, but there's more. They're really cute. But we did that, and then Emily had seen, I don't know if it was on TikTok or what, but it was the cutest little project, and they took, I mean, it's cute for, like, you know, younger girls, early 20s, that's them, or a teenager. They took a canvas, a big canvas, and I don't know if it was one girl or her friends, but they put on different shades of, like, pinks and red lipsticks, like, and they would, like, put on the bright pink and go up and kiss the canvas, and then put on bright red and kiss the canvas somewhere else. So it's this canvas with all these lip prints and different, you know, shades of reds and pinks. So we did one of those, and my daughter still wants to do some stuff to it. She wants to put a saying on there. I guess it's from that movie Mean Girls. But she wants, in black vinyl, she wants it to say, like, in the middle of all the lip prints, it's going to say, you're, like, really pretty. And I was like, that is so cute. But I think she's gonna, I don't know, hang it like where she's setting up a little makeup area in her room. But it's the cutest canvas. It's a big white canvas. It's got all these kisses all over it. But it's super cute. So I totally forgot about it. And I was like, well, I'm sorry I didn't invite any friends. Totally unprepared. But it's super cute. Okay, let's see. We're going to take these hearts and we're going to kind of hang them. Let me get the rest of them done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 of them covered in paper. And we're going to use jute, that twine, to kind of make it look like they're hanging. And they're all different sizes. I have a file. Okay. Aren't these cute? Look at those. Super cute. All right, one more. I need to get some more floral papers. I love floral scrapbook paper. Okay, so now I've got paper all in here. All right, so I'm going to attach my canvas frame on here. I feel like I need to do a combination of wood glue and hot glue on this too. Probably should have done the other side. This side has a raised lip. And this side is flat. But I didn't want to do this side because it still has the staples that hold it together. So, live and learn. Let me think. I'm just going to go with it. This glue's not coming out. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, fingers crossed. Let me get this. You know, something else you could put this on with is that that 3M, the Velcro. You know, that's removable. It's like for picture hanging. It's Velcro. Let's go fast. Okay. Go fast, go fast. Okay. Let me hold this down for a second. Hello, Mary. Thank you for sprinkling, Cindy. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all, if you're new here, my name is Jennifer. Welcome in. If you don't already follow my page, I would love for you to follow so you can find me. If you follow, it'll be easier to find me if you want to come back. I'll pop up on your feed every now and then. Okay, so I'm going to take this jute twine and I'm going to make it look like these are hanging. You know what? I probably should have done that first, but anyway. Big dummy. Let's see. I'm actually going to glue it on the back. Let me hold this up and show you where we're at so far. Okay, so this is just the strips of wood and the canvas frame. And I know it blends in, but I wanted it to blend in. If you're looking at it in person, you can actually, it's like dimensional because this sticks out. So I don't mind that it's the same colors. Okay, I'm going to, how are we on time? Oh, we got 4 minutes. Gotta get going. Okay, here we go. I'm going to glue this and poke it up in there. Let's see if I have a, got a skewer. All right, so I'm going to put some glue on this. Poke it up in there. Glue back here. Okay, I'm gonna do this on all these hearts. You okay? I should take her for a ride. Right? Let me take you for a ride. Let's see if I can put some glue on here and just work it up in there. Y'all, coming up after me is Sharon's Design Corner. So she will come on right after me. She's the next presenter in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group event. And like I said, this event is going on through 8 p.m. Christine's Creations will be the last presenter. And then you can catch everybody. If you just go to the group, you can catch the replays of anybody you might have missed. Let me see if I'm going to get these before I run out of time. I have 2 minutes. I think I can. I think I can. Another glue stick. Y'all think I can finish? I got 2 more after this one. My stick. I can't find my stick. Okay, so I got 2 minutes. It's crazy. Okay, hang on. I'm going to hold it up for you. Got 1 more. No, I got 2 more somewhere. Okay, I think I'm going to have to show you here. I've got 1 more to do, but I'll go ahead and show y'all where I'm at. Okay, this is where it's at. I've got 1 more to go, but isn't that cute? The little floating hearts. I'll get the other one on there and I'll take a picture. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and thank you, Janice, for having me in your event. Y'all go check out Sharon's Craft Corner. Oh, no, it's Sharon's Design Corner. Okay? And then go join that group, Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. All right? Thank you, thank you. And if you don't already follow, tap the follow button so you can come back and see me. Thanks, y'all. Bye.